Alright, welcome to a long awaited episode. I got axle deep here that I'm working on. I've been removing the body mount bolts to the frame, and I broke one, and on the driver's side all three along the main ones were rusted in, so all they did was spin. So the tub should just come off. However, we gotta disconnect a couple of things. The rear ones, one came out, or did it just spin? I can't remember. The one on the driver's side just spun. I think they both spun, so I got to get a new plate for the mounts back there, and of course new Torx boxes on that. Let me shit. Ahead, here it is. Flashlight. Thankfully, the body mount bolts that were up by the tank, the gas tank, both came out just fine, and they look pretty good up in there. So now we got to start disconnecting fuck, man. Got to start disconnecting stuff, and luckily we don't have to disconnect it from the tub. However, well, I guess the one coming back here we're gonna have to disconnect, and I'll label every single one of these because we've got a fuel pump back here that we'll have to disconnect, the emergency brake, which didn't work anyways, but we got to get that disconnected from the body, and looks like I can just remove or loosen that bolt, so this doesn't look very rusted. So we'll get some PB Blaster on there and loosen it, so that way that we can just disconnect it, these, and then hopefully these will just pop out because they don't look too rusted. In fact, it looks like some oil got sprayed on it at one point, which minimized the rust in that area. You can see the rust difference where it was oiled at, and then rust around it. And then transfer case, got the wires to disconnect, and then I got to disconnect the shift, so I got to make sure this is in neutral before we go crazy. Actually, that right there is the four-wheel drive shifter, and then going up to the flat, there should be a maybe it's on the other side. Oh, not gonna be able to see it properly. I might not be able to see it on this side, but, and got a rear main seal leak in here. We'll have to fix that once we get everything out. So just some things going on. And of course all the wires we got to disconnect. So all these sensors, O2 sensors, going to the exhaust manifolds over here. And shoot, looks like the heads are cracked. Looks like I got an exhaust leak up there. I mean, that would explain why it was noisy when I had it running last. Then we got I mean, the shifter, I believe I need to disconnect, but the thing is, I don't see where it's connected. I see a 3-wheel drive connected to it. And this harness has to be disconnected. Again, I want to label everything as we go. And then so the rear main seal on the engine will have to, I'll have to fix, but once I have the engine out of it, we can easily turn it around and do that. So all these wires and such, cables, we'll disconnect it so that way we can get the tub off, and disconnect the brake system. Probably needs to be flushed anyways, so we'll dig into that. And yeah, other than that, we should be able to pull it up off then. So I find it interesting that I didn't see a shift for the transmission, but I'm wondering if they've made it electrical now. Although I don't see any wires to it. All I saw underneath was the transfer case shifter for the 4-wheel drive. I think I'm naming it right, but seats are gonna have to come out, so I'll do that at a later date, because I need to get in there to redo the torque boxes that are in here. But I've got those sitting over here, although I owe the person money for that yet. And then we'll get everything transferred over to the new frame. And then as I was taking this apart, something I wanted to show on the video. It looks like I need a new alternator. You can hear it kind of catch. It kind of catches kind of in that area. Should be loose. Should turn loose. And it's yeah, not doing that. So another thing I want to check, this I believe should go almost all the way to the radiator, but it was tied up on the bracket for the grill. See how long this one is? This one was attached to the grill, so I'm thinking this one should be as well. And so I'm not sure what's going on and why it's so short. So from what I heard, whoever owned this Jeep before didn't take care of it. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, they probably wheeled the shit out of it, and there's gonna be stuff I'm gonna need to replace as I'm going. So this might cost a pretty penny. We'll see how it goes though. Alright, catch you guys in the next video, and hoping I can make more videos with the Jeep and at least get this project started. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video.